My name is Sujit. I'm having total 11 plus years of experience in IT, around 5 years in Java-based background technologies. And after that, I moved to Mule 3 and I worked on a Mule 4. And right now, I'm a full-time corporate trainer on Mule 4 itself. Around 97 batches I completed on Mule 4. Around 1,500 people I trained till now. One of my biggest achievement is none of them failed in the certification who attended my training program and Mulesoft. And we are going to discuss in our training program Mule 4.4, which is a very latest version, right? And this demo session is clearly designed into three parts. First part is how you will get a hands-on experience. Second part is about what are the topics I'm going to cover. And the third part is what are the prerequisites for to learn this program and the prerequisite for the system requirements as well, right? And if time permits, I will explain as a Mulesoft developer how we stands, where we stands in an organization with a use case, right? So main point is how we stand. My training program stands unique when you compare with others, and how you will get a huge hands-on experience within a short period of time. So my training will be of 25 to 27 working hours. It will be Monday to Friday, and in the same time. From next Monday onwards, we are going to start a batch Monday to Friday, same time, 7:30 to 8:30 in IST timings, and yes, 25 to 27 working hours. That means almost it will take 5 weeks of time, right? So within the 5 weeks of time, you may think how we can complete it. So everything is crystal clearly designed here. As I told in the previous day, if many people with the same structure required 45 days, 60 days, actually not required. Unnecessarily, we are wasting of time there. So my point is, if I'm discussing about the topic C, which is dependent on topic A and B, the topic A and B on when I'm discussing about topic C, it's already given to you. Just you need to concentrate on topic C. No need to waste on time on rewriting the topic A and B. That is where we are saving a lot of time. So how you will get that, and where we'll get how I design the structure, let's see. So we are discussing about Mule 4. Mulesoft is an organization which is acquired by Salesforce, as you know already, right? And this Mule 4 came into the picture in 2018 June, right? Mulesoft is there from 2008, but when it is coming so when it was become so popular in 2018 after acquired by the Salesforce organization, and we are discussing about a latest version called Mule 4.x represents minor version changes. Mule 4 is a major version change from Mule 3, right? So that was happened in 2018, and in 4 latest versions of keep on changing every month or 2 months, so once like that. So latest version of Mule is 4.4. What is that version? Can anyone tell me what is that Mule 4.4? Can anyone tell me what is that Mule 4.4? Yes, please. Mule 4.4. What do you mean by this? Please unmute your mics and respond. It should be like a discussion, not like I am giving a lecture and you are listening to that. I prefer to interact more.
First four is the major version, and next four is the minor version. Minor version are
Of
like
course, correct. Yes, point taken. For what? Minor version, major version for what?
for the existing Mule. I mean, for the existing software.
Basically, Mule runtime version 4.4. Runtime means a server, Mule server. Suppose if you create any web application, let's take by using a Java or any other third generation languages. So where we deploy that applications? Of course, in servers, right? Some Tomcat server, WebSphere, like that. We deploy that application on some servers. Similarly, if you create your Mule application, that application should be deployed on some server. That server versions are nothing but a 4, 4.1.1, 4.2, 4.2.2, 4.3, 4.4. These are the versions of the Mule runtime. By doing some enhancements on the existing runtime, they will keep on doing the updating the versions. when they will release a release note for that, and you can read and what are the updates you can see as well. So basically, the my point is Mule 4.4 is the version of a Mule runtime. Runtime means Mule server. And one more thing, if anyone from non-IT background, and if you feel that the terminologies are new, don't worry at all. Don't be panic at all. We have trained people from biology backgrounds also. They are right now working in the organizations successfully. So my point is, by seeing the first session or second session or by seeing the demo, don't give up, because this tool is very, very easy tool when you compare with any other integration platform tools. That is why one of the parameter why it is so success, this is the one of the parameter. Everything here drag and drop only, you don't need to write any code. Only the transformation logic will be there, that we are going to discuss. That I'm going to teach you how to write a transformation logic. Just you need to keep a focus and try to apply some logical thinking, improve your logical thinking. That is more than enough here. No need to write any code. And this tool is not based on or not required any Java background, Java knowledge, not required at all, right? Of course, this Mulesoft is written or designed. We require some language for that to declare to design any application. Mule applications are behind the scenes are designed by using a Java and Spring framework. It doesn't mean that you require that. That's the, for example, if you are using Android mobile, let's take. Do you want to know how they designed it? Or if you are using Mac OS, do you need to know how they designed it? No, we need to know how to use that application. That's what we are going to see in our sessions also. How to use that application, how to use the connectors, how to use the modules, right? So different strategies. That's what we are going to see in our sessions. Okay. If you have a Java knowledge, that is an added advantage. That's it. That is not a mandatory thing, right? Next, that is about a Mule 4. And once you complete my training program, you are going to target one certification called MCD Level 1. That means MuleSoft Certified Developer. This is the developer certification. Once you complete this, you can go for MCIA or MCPA, Integration Architecture, Platform Architecture Solutions. I will guide you how to, mostly people will do MCIA. I will, mid of the training or a later part of the training, I will guide you on MCIA certification also, and I will help you to clear the certification on MCIA also. Okay, but first level is developer level, ground level. We need to know the ground level. Then if we can go with the architecture. That is the best practice, right? And to book the slot for this MCD level, I will help you out. No, it is nowhere related to the vendors. This certification part, you can directly interact with me personally with me. Okay, this is nowhere related to the vendors. But these are comes in the later part of the sessions, not in the starting or mid. At the end or after completion of 75%, we will talk about these certifications. Before that, we need to acquire knowledge, right? Next, how you will get a hands-on experience on this. Better, first I will explain about what are the topics I'm going to cover, and for the topics, what is the use case, and for that use case, how you get a hands-on experience, right? So first, let me go with this PPT. Only here I will use a PPT. Apart from that, anywhere I will not use PPT, because I will use this board as in for explanation purpose. You can see few batches which is running right now. Everywhere I will draw the pictures and I will try to explain the concept in a pictorial way, which is scientifically proven. Instead of telling the for hundreds of points, if I draw the picture, it will be conveyed in hundreds of points to the different people, right? Different mindsets. So successfully, I'm running this from last 2.5 years to 3 years. Yeah, as I told, none of them failed in certification because they know the concepts clearly, right? So this is the way I will explain all the concepts. Okay. So how you will get a hands-on experience? Yeah, yeah. So for every topic what I'm going to cover, for every topic, I have created one documentation. My personal documentation, nowhere, it is nowhere, you cannot download from anywhere, because that is my personal documentation for each and every topic with with a simple language, with a simple English language. So once you enroll to this program, I will be giving two folders, Mule 4 2021 new and Mule 4 softwares new. So these two zip files will be given to you once you enroll to the program, and you can download that and keep it ready. Okay. What is the softwares folder? If I extract this zip file, you can get this folder like this. What is there inside this folder? See, many softwares I have given to you which are used in my training program. You don't need to dive in, you don't need to download from the website. I will show you how to download it from the website also. But in order to save some time, I already given to you. In one go, you can download and keep it ready. When to install particular software, when the topic comes, I will take care of that. Only your point is just enroll and download this folder and keep it ready. That's it. Everything I will take care of from there onwards. Even setup of any point studio, each and every point, like setting up environment variables, everything I will take care. So these are all the softwares which I required for my training program. Next, what is the one more folder? Yeah, once you extract that, you will be getting one more folder like this, which contains two subfolders. One is docs. If you expand and if you double click on the first one, you can see the documents for each and every topic I created, right? So let me open randomly one of the document. I'm opening this RAML part one. RAML, your Mule applications are going to expose as a REST API. So to expose any application as a REST API, we required some language that is called RAML that I'm going to show from line 1. Okay, no need to worry if you don't know about it earlier. So in this lab, you will be working so and so, and open the so and so text file. So randomly, I open this one because just to show you how simple English language I used, everyone can understand this language. When you come to this document, you already completed the session. You know what you are reading here, right? And whenever I feel there is a little bit code or like that, I have given a screenshots also, if you can see. Everywhere I have given a screenshots also. Wait alone is my personal organization. It's my personal company, right? Training company actually, right? And the step-by-step process I have given here with the screenshots. For that matters, every document is like that. Let me open one more document, file related. Randomly, I'm opening one more file module. See, in this create a file with so and so, in Mule palette, add a file. Everything is very crystal clearly written here. So took lot of time to design these documents, make the learner life very easy, right? So please utilize these documents while practicing also. Okay, you will read this document, and where you will practice, there is one IDE to create a Mule applications called Anypoint Studio. Anypoint Studio. This is called your Anypoint Studio. So this is one of the my 7 p.m. batch workspace. So I will take care of how to set up this Anypoint Studio, how to import the projects. What projects you will import? I have given for every topic projects, and I will follow start and solution approach. What is the start and what is the solution? So you need to treat these documents as a requirement from the client. Then you need to start writing your logic in these projects. For every topic again, start and solution. So you need to import the start project onto your Anypoint Studio. Let's example take Java module here, or consuming a REST API and consuming a SOAP API. So you need to import a start project. In that start project, you will, it's an empty project. Start project means empty project without any logic. You need to read the document and you need to practice here. While you're practicing, if you have any questions or if you stuck up somewhere, you no need to wait for my answer. You can resolve on your own by going to the solution project. I already given a solution to you in this project itself. So again, you don't need to wait or you don't need to waste your time for the answer, right? And you can find out the solution here itself. Still, if you're not able to understand any which I am there, I will be answering your question. So anytime your your questions will not be unanswered. Everything will be answered. Even if I'm not able to answer that particular question on the spot, definitely I'll go back and I will refer and I will explain it to you in the next session, right? So this is how you will be getting a fully hands-on experience on each and every topic. Okay, this design again in the market you will not find out anywhere. I will write and give it to you. So it took a lot of efforts to me to create all this structure designed. For example, as I told, how I can within a timeline, how I can complete the sessions. Say for example, there is a scatter gather project which is dependent on REST API and SOAP API. By the time, assume I completed the 2 sessions. So when you come to the scatter gather project, in this project, do I need to create it again? Not required. I already designed the start scatter gather start project and given to you. Only you need to concentrate on the particular router on the particular day. So which is saving a lot of time for you. Like this is how I will cut down the waste time in my training and for your practice also. Got it? So this is how you will be getting a fully hands-on experience on my training program and especially on the tool. Any questions here on this practice link? On this practice link. Any questions, please?
Hey Sujit, sorry, I think maybe I missed it. So you see that there's a two folder, right? One is start and another one solution.
Exactly.
So the start is kind of a
It's an empty
like
project. Empty project.
oh, okay, got it.
Only by reading the document, you need to start practicing in that.
Okay.
Empty project.
Yeah.
Solution project, I have given for my requirement, I have given a solution. You can go and refer for that if you stuck up somewhere else.
Oh,
While
okay. Yeah.
practicing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions like this, guys? On
The
how to
only
get
This is Dixon.
yes,
The only question I had was, I mean, if I just follow your document and do it without understanding what is in the documentation, how would I learn that? Meaning, say,
I
if
didn't
it's
get.
development background, right? I mean, as I said, I'm not from development background. So how would I understand if I just follow the steps there and keep
No.
going?
By that time, you will be understanding the session from my side, right? For the topic, I will be explaining on the day what is going on the particular day, right? So based on that knowledge, you need to go to the document and you need to read the document. You will definitely understand that.
Okay. Yep.
That's what I said. I told very simple English language. Everyone, even from non-IT background, also can understand that documents.
Okay. Because as I said, right, mine is more on the platform side, on the middleware platform side. I'm not on the development
See,
background per se. So
that's what I'm telling. Even from non-IT background, at least you are from IT background. Even from non-IT background, from as I told, for example, biology background, they are able to read and do it. So based on experience, only I'm telling. It is very simple documents I created. I mean, once you understand my session, I will be giving the videos on daily basis. You will watch the video 1 or 2 times if you're not able to understand. And by the time when you open the document, you have some knowledge on the particular topic. So while you are reading, you will understand what you are doing there. No need to worry about it. Yes, Dixon, got it?
yep.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? In the practice link? Hope it is clear to everyone. Please respond, yes or no. I mean, I like more interactive sessions rather than sitting idle.
Yes, definitely. This is Raj Kiran. This is really helpful. This is organized.
Thank you. So shall we move on? Nidhi, Venkat, Sivasai.
Yes, okay.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay,
Yes.
let's move on. So understand here, I will take one simple use case. Then I will talk about topics. Any which topics is not much important. Just I will read out the topics what I'm going to cover. That's the last step. First, we need to understand the use case. Guys, again, from non-IT background, if you're not able to understand the use case, don't worry about it. I'm going to explain it this concept again in my first session, so you don't need to worry about it. Just try to make you to understand that part, right? Okay. So this is the web application. Let's take this is the web application. Let's take the application name is Smart Pricks. If you type in browser also, you will be getting this application, web application. What is this application? This application is nothing but product comparison website. Product comparison. Suppose any of the user log into his website. He's a client, basically he's a client to me. He asked me to develop one web application with some requirements he has given. Whenever any of the client walk into his website, and if he type for the product details like iPhone 13 latest one, 13 Pro something, right? And if we click on a search button, the request should go to multiple e-commerce applications. Like, can you please name some e-commerce applications here? 3 e-commerce applications where we purchase normally. Amazon, very good.
Flipkart.
Flipkart, eBay. Let's take, these are the 3 e-commerce applications, right? So when you send a request, when you click on a submit, normally when you click on a submit request, what's going behind the things the user doesn't know, but he will get some details over here on his web application level. So to get these details, a lot of background work is going on, right? So what is that work? When you click on search button, the request should go to all the applications concurrently. Concurrently means what? Simultaneously, parallelly, parallel processing, right? That is the first requirement. The request should go to all the applications concurrently. That's fine. But how many requests from the web application we are getting? Only one. How that will be converted into 3? They will outsource the integration logic to some third-party vendors. Like, name some third-party integration platforms. Integration platforms where we use ESBs. Mule is one of the ESB. Mule is one integration platform, right?
Server.
Yeah, Oracle, OCI.
Oracle, yeah, Apache Camel, Dell Boomi, TIBCO, all these are, right?
Yeah.
Let's take, we are using Mule. This web application is consuming or integrating with this Mule application to consume the service present in it. What type of service? First of all, Mule application should listen for the request coming from the SmartBricks application. Let's take, I will use one component called listener, which will listen for the request. And the request will send to next processor after listening. What type of component I can use in order to convert that 1:3? It will be used at your home also. It will, the component what is at your home is all the electronic devices are connected to that component, and that component receives the external signal as an input signal, which will scatter that signal to all the components what you configured. What is that component?
Router.
Exactly, it's a router. What the router will do? Router will take that single external signal as an input. Here, this request as an input. It will take a 3 copies. Basically, this is called in Mule scatter gather. So it will scatter the request into 3. It will scatter the request into 3. And what is the G? Gather. At the same time, after execution some logic here according to the request, they will give some response back. Gathering the response as well, right? Gathering the response. Of course, Amazon is giving in different format, Flipkart is giving different format, and eBay is giving different format. Finally, he want only one format. Example like a JSON. Let's take JSON I want as output. So here we can use very important and which plays major role in integration platforms, one component called transformer, which will take these 3 different outputs, that means different formats from the scatter gather as an input to the transformer. And the second requirement is what? He want to concatenate all these 3 responses as a single format, I mean single output, and that output should be in a JSON format. This is the requirement. So by using data view language in Mule, we can achieve that. That means there is some function called flatten, which will take this entire 3 output, different formats as an input, convert into a single array. That array could be converted into JSON. Finally, by writing a data view expression, we can achieve that. At the end of the Mule application, the response, whatever we are getting from the transformer, will be given back to the client. Okay, and the client will display. That means the presentation layer. What do you mean by presentation layer? We are giving the data. The data is getting displayed here, and if the product detail from Amazon, he will decide what is the image for the Amazon, what is the image for Flipkart, what is the image for a eBay. All the price details are tagged under a price tag. What is the color, what is the font? Basically, the presentation layer will be taken care by the web developer. As a Mule developer, what you are trying to do, according to your client requirement, you are designing one API, and for that API you are writing the implementations to which applications you are connecting with, and you are giving back the data to your client in the desired format. Understood? Understood here? Everyone understood as a Mule developer what you are trying to do? Yes, no? Don't try to understand about a listener or scatter gather. For example, I have shown few components. Multiple logics, multiple components may use in our real scenarios. For this example, I used for a simple understanding in demo, I given this overview.
So what was the case before Mule was there when an application wanted to interface with
Not
multiple
only Mule, before the integration, maybe your question is like before the integration platform you mean to say.
Yes.
See,
So
if
was
you
it
want to
one app or was it one to multiple
One
apps
to
at the
one.
same time?
One-to-one. That will be a one-to-one, point-to-point integration. That means this is a web application. If they want to connect or integrate with some database, okay. So if you are Java developer, you may write some logic here, 10 lines or 20 lines of a code out to establish a connection. Yes or no? Yes or no? If you want to pull onto the file system, again you will write a logic how to connect with the file and how what is the where you want to pull on by giving the path and all. So everything we had our written in the web application itself. Now when the integration platform comes, that logic is already written in the connectors. Use the connectors and explicitly just mention what database you want to connect, on which path you want to connect. So connection logic is already established by using the connectors in Mule example, right? So explicitly they are using the services, Mule services here. Got it? Otherwise, it will become a point-to-point integration. About the point-to-point integration, how ESBs came into the picture, that we will discuss in our first session. That is our first agenda.
Okay.
Guys, everyone understood? Even from non-IT background person also are able to understand as a Mule developer where we stand in a particular project, right? And one point is missing here. One point is missing. Can anyone identify? See, SmartBricks is a web application. Amazon is a web application, maybe written in different languages. And Mule is a one more application, which is written in different language, right? So this is a service, this is a service, and this is a service. How different applications can communicate with each other if they are written in different languages? With the help of web services. With the help of web services, that means what? This Amazon application, whatever the service present in it, should expose as an API. How that API will be created? By using SOAP web service or a REST web service. This is the only prerequisite to learn this course. Not only this course for that matters, any programming or any, nowadays it's very common in IT industry about knowing about web services. So to start with this tool, at least the basics of web services required. At least what is a web service, at least that knowledge you require, right? So if anyone not having that knowledge, before starting my sessions, please go through some YouTube channel, like I will suggest one channel for everyone's sake, Java Brains. is the channel name, YouTube channel name. In the channel, just type for SOEP. Okay, you will be getting a list of videos. In that first video, only first video, you will understand about what is a web service. First of all, that knowledge is enough in order to start. Slowly you need to pick up. Okay, for start this tool, learn this tool, this video is more than enough understanding about a web services. Okay, now what are the web services? Two types, SOAP and REST. By using these two web services, we can, when you are developing any application, that application service can be exposed as an API. So why required API? To expose services in a universal language. Anyone can understand that particular service. They can consume by using that API. At the same time, your Mule application also should expose as an API. That means your SmartTricks application, if they want to use your service, whatever the logic you have written, your application, Mule application should expose as an API. So here we are going to use REST web service in order to expose our application. Okay, in REST, is there any standard format to describe? RAML, RESTful API modeling language. We are going to use, or we are going to start learning about designing the API by using a RAML. Got it now? Yes, no? Flipkart also should expose their services as an API. eBay also should expose the service. Every application for that matters, if I want to consume that service, that application should expose as an API definitely. Right? So as an integration developer, you will design the API first according to the requirement. For that, we will write the implementations. That services can be used by the web applications. Right? I have given an overview about the Mule as a Mule developer, where we stand. Everyone, is it clear for everyone? First of all.
So in any of your session, you're gonna compare Mule with other?
No. Only I will talk about Mule.
Okay.
First of all, is it understood by everyone, guys? This use case?
Yes,
Yep.
from my side.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So quickly, I will take you to two legs I completed. One is how to get a hands-on experience, and what is the use case to understand about the Mule. Third one is topics. What are the topics I'm going to cover? Quickly, I will go through that. So as I told, first my agenda is here to make you to understand about Mule ESB. What is an ESB? So before in ESB, what is the approach? As the Dixon asked. So what are the problems of with that point-to-point integration? Then how the ESBs came into the picture, and how these ESB will help to solve the problems of point-to-point integration, right? By explaining about some concepts like loose coupling, logical coupling, I will take you to the ESB finally, right? So once you understand about what is an ESB, then we'll talk about what is an orchestration, very important concept in an integration platform. So what is an orchestration, the concept, with an example. And once you understand that, what is the hierarchy of a Mule application? After that, what is an any point platform for Mule? Architecture of any point platform. So whenever your organization purchases an account with a Mulesoft, they will be giving a one any point platform account. So which is a cloud based. On that account, many applications are part of that. So in the second session, I will talk about this architecture of any point platform. I will give one liner of each and every application, what it is meant for. So first two sessions will be of theoretical about this first module. That means make you to understand about what is a Mule, what is the hierarchy of a Mule, what is the architecture of any point platform, and what is an ESB, what is an orchestration. All these things will be covered in the first two sessions. So when you complete two sessions, you will be in a position to understand what is a Mule finally. Okay, then we will start how to create your Mule applications. So here we are going to talk about what is a Mule and what is a Mule application, how it will be created, when you create and when you deploy the application, how it works behind the scenes. With a simple example like hello world example, I'm going to explain that. This session is third session or fourth session in my entire sessions. It's a heart of the sessions, because if you understand this particular example, all the scenarios, any complex scenarios also will follow the same way, right? That is why this session is very important. And when you see there is a lab, please understand there is a document for that. There is a document for that. So when you complete this document, when you complete this module to Mule Basics, you will need to practice on 01 Mule Basics part. I will tell at the point of time in the session itself. Okay, which document you need to practice like that. Okay. Next, Mule is totally about a modules. Why it is again so popular? It's very easy to use at your organization level also. Why? By the design as a modules. Everything is a module here. File is one module, database is one module, web service consumer is one module. Like that, they have introduced one more module called Java module. So by seeing the name called Java, many people will get panic. Don't get panic here, guys. As an integration developer, some Java developer has given a class to you, Java class, how you will consume the methods present in it by using this Java module. This is a Mule module. Okay. So for this required some basic knowledge like what is the class, what are the types of methods present in it, how to invoke the methods. So that example, how to use in Java, that I will explain for half an hour. Same steps will be replicated in your Mule Java module also. So don't need to worry about it. Everything will be explained in the session. So how to invoke a static method and how to invoke a non-static method. And we have a lab for that. You can see the lab Java using a Java module. Next, till this time, we might have completed, designing the application, developing the applications in Anypoint Studio. And for testing purpose, from here itself, we can deploy the application with a single click with the embedded runtime. That is helpful in the development environment. Same application, if you want to deploy in the production environment, we have deployment strategies like deploying the application into this by using standalone servers, standalone on-premises servers. In other words, we'll call it as a on-premises servers and cloud hub deployment. Everything. Once you develop your application with some changes, we can deploy directly onto the cloud hub. And third option is hybrid model, combination of on-premises and the cloud. Basically, the application in a hybrid model is deploying on on-premises only, but that application or that server can be managed from the remote locations in the hybrid. So because that servers are listed in the cloud. So these are very too early to talk about in depth of this. I'm just giving an overview of that, right? So we'll talk about the deployment strategies in module 4. Two deployment strategies, mainly on-premises and hybrid. Cloud Hub, it will take some time. Before that, I need to cover a few more topics when you come to that part. Next, types of integrations like web service integration, file integration, system-based integration like SaaS, the database integration like that. So first we'll see how to consume third-party REST API. In our use case, if you can see, in my use case, in this use case only, you will come to know many. See, from your Mule application, if you want to consume any REST API or SOAP API, some logic to be written. So how to consume a REST API and how to consume any SOAP API, what is the logic to be written, that we'll discuss in our module 5, consuming a REST API and consuming a SOAP API. We have two different labs for that, right? And one more type of integration, file integration. So if any file is there in your directory, how your Mule application should pull onto the directory and read the file and write the file. If you want to rename, write, read, if any new file is added to the directory, how automatically my Mule application will trigger. If any modification is happened, how my Mule application automatically will trigger. All these things we'll see in our file endpoint, and we have a lab for that. And one more type of integration, database integration. Explicitly, Mulesoft support 4 major vendors like Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Derby, and one more, Oracle database. Apart from that, if you are using any other, you need to have your own JDBC driver. You need to configure that. If you are using out of these 4, automatically it will fetch that dependencies from the repository. So mainly I'm talking about the connections here, not writing SQL queries. I'm not concentrating on SQL queries. That you should have a prior knowledge for that. At least a select statement you need to know. So once you know that, I will talk about how to connect with the database. Once you connect with the database, how you want to externalize. Because to migrate between the environments, production environment, testing environment, development environment, without changing the credentials. Once you externalize, how you want to secure, how to secure that, right? So these all things will come under a database. We'll take 2 sessions for this, for a database securing and externalization, and we have 2 labs for that, database and externalization, right? And watermarking is also a concept where it will be discussed in the file module itself. And what is an object store? Object store is a very big concept. What is required as a developer, I will talk about that. And domains, always tell me, as a developer, you will be thinking, if you have any redundant code, always you will thinking how to reduce that code, correct? So Mule is totally about configurations. How to reduce the redundant configurations at project level by creating the domains. How to create your own domain, that means custom domain, and how to configure the coordinates in that. And we have a lab for that. And very important, routers. Choice router also will be explained in the consuming a REST API, and scatter gather router. See here in this scatter gather router, here we can see which will take one signal, one request as an input and scatter the request into multiple. That is called router. When you come to the scatter gather router, and what are the topics I have covered till now, with the combination we are going to create one project. Same like this, consuming third-party REST API, SOAP API, and database with the help of a scatter gather router, and convert into different formats according to my client requirement. I'm going to use Postman as a client to make some calls to my application for testing purpose. So Postman is going to act as a client in my applications. Okay. Next. Okay, till now we discussed about a few, right? Now I'm going to talk about JMS endpoint, one more type of integration called queues, messaging and messaging. So we are going to use JMS, and I'm going to use ActiveMQ as a third-party message broker. So how to publish a message into the queue, how to consume the message from the queue, and how to publish a message and wait for the queue, and how to consume the selected messages by using the JMS selector and headers. So we have a lab for that. Yeah, now it's very important concept comes. As I told, transformer is very important, and with the combination of transformer and data view language, it's become very, very powerful. So what is the data view language? How we can use this data view language, and what are the different type of functions? How to create your own functions? How to use the existing functions? And many things we are going to discuss in transformer 1 and 2. We are going to cover in these 3 sessions. Transformer is a very, very important part. Next, exception handling. See, exception handling is everywhere same. The concept is same everywhere in any programming language. Here also it is same. But how to use that in your Mule application by using some strategies like on error continue, on error propagate, global error handler, how to use the try scope, how to raise your own error. So all these things will be handled. If you understand the concept in the session, you don't need to practice also. Exception for the particularly about exception handling. So that wide variety of use cases I'm going to give in a training session itself. We will cover in 2 sessions for this exception handling, right? And we have a lab for that. And MUnit. MUnit is the framework given by the Mulesoft to write some test cases for the logic what you are written Mule application. That means whatever the Mule logic you are written, for that if you want to write a test case, you use a MUnit framework. Actually, this is not part of a fundamental course, and this is an advanced level. And if you want to write a certification, none of the questions will come away from the MUnit, because that is not part of a fundamental agenda, right? So additionally, I added this one because many of the developers may put it into the startup companies. If you go to the startup company, you will be the end-to-end role, right? So at that point of time, for manual testing, we'll do by using Anypoint platform. If you want to do the functional testing by using this MUnit framework, we can do that, right? So at that point of time, you should not be a blank about MUnit. That's why I'm giving some, by using some strategies, I will create some test cases, and we will test it as well. Then actual picture come into the picture. So API-led connectivity. First of all, we need to understand what is the power of an API. With a use case, I will explain what is that API, what is the traditional methodology, and after that, to overcome the problems of traditional methodology, the API came into the picture. So especially API-led connectivity, which is contains 3 layers: system layer, process layer, and experience layer. So we'll compare the traditional approach with this API-led connectivity approach, and I will explain with a use case. Once you understand the layers, once you understand the API-led connectivity, then we are going to start our requirement. Here we are going to talk about one banking application at the end. So we have some requirements from the bank in a text format that we are going to design. So design means what? Creating an API. First, we need to design the API. So how we will design the API? By using something called RAML, RESTful API Modeling Language. From line 1, one more thing I will show you here. Here we have one more zip file called RAML docs. If you expand that, extract that, see, lot of documentation given for a RAML part itself. RAML part itself, huge documentation. I already created and given to you. While you're practicing, it will take 1 week time or 1.5 weeks time to practice only this RAML part, right? So huge documentation I've given, please follow that. So once you complete the designing the RAML, you will be in a position to understand existing RAML. At the same time, you will be in a position to write your own RAML files also. That is called designing an API. So your Mule application is going to design as a REST API with the help of a RAML. So while designing, if you want to get a feedback, how you are enabled the mocking URL, how to create a sample data for your API, and how you will share to the client to get a feedback. Once the feedback is done, then you will write the implementations, then you do the testing, then you will deploy the applications. Before deploying the applications, if you want to secure your APIs, you need to apply some security policies. So how to apply security policies not on the original application, on the proxy? How to create a proxy, right? And how to apply the policies on the security on the API proxy. So I will be showing a couple of policies how to apply. Remaining things you need to work on that. So last but not the least, Cloud Hub deployment. How to deploy your applications on a Cloud Hub environment. What are the changes you need to do at your application level when you decided to deploy from on-premises to Cloud Hub? So that we'll discuss. Yeah, these are the topics. And one more thing, I forgot to add one more topic, which is adding to this batch module. Batch module. If you want to process the record in a bulk, then we use the batch module, which contains batch step in that aggregator and on complete. So there are 3 phases over there in batch. I will explain in detail about a batch module also. Right. So these are all of the topics I'm going to cover. Any questions on that? Any questions?
Hi. I could see there are lots of topics, and you are saying that it will be completed in 27
This
sessions.
is, remember that this is my 98th batch. No need to worry. Everything is crystal clearly designed. No need to worry about it. See, when I talk about 1 hour in 27 working hours, how much time you dedicate your time for the practice, that matters a lot. 1 hour on daily basis from my side. That means I will explain about the concept. Later part of the day, how much time you will spend according to your capability, it's up to you. Normally in the market, you will see 45, 46, 60 hours, including your time. I'm not including your time here. This is only my time.
Okay.
I mean, again, this is the main uniqueness in the training program. Within the timeline, we are able to complete without any lagging, and you will understand the concept. You will be the person like who is having a 60 hours of training, and you are the person who are there with the 25, 26. Same. Actual training program for this agenda is 25 working hours only. That's prescribed timeline. Of course, it may go 2 hours because people from different backgrounds. Sometimes it goes slow. That is the reason. Yes, please. Any other questions?
Are you gonna send us this documents?
Exactly. Once you enroll to the how it works, Once you complete my demo session, if you take a decision to join to the sessions, please talk with your coordinator and enroll to this training program by paying the fees. Once you pay the fees, they will inform me, okay, so and so person in enrolled, they will be sharing your mail ID to me. So that from my side directly, I will be sharing my drive access to you about the documents, about my documents and recorded links. On daily basis you will be getting the recordings on the same link. You need to refresh that link. That access I will give. So finally you will be getting a 3 links to one is for softwares, one is for documents, one is for recorded links. This is how it works.
Okay.
Yes, please. Any other questions? Prerequisites. What are the prerequisites for in this course? As I told, only one about web services. As I told, please go through that particular channel. What is the channel name? Java Brings. If anyone not aware, just watch the first video. It will take hardly half an hour or 40 minutes of time. So you will understand what is what. Okay. Again, I'm going to talk about web service in my first session, which is going to start from Monday. Right. So by that time, if you have some knowledge on that, it will be a better option. That is the only prerequisite we require. And system requirements like minimum 8 GB RAM. Don't ask me afterwards that you didn't tell about this one. 8 GB RAM, Windows 10, and 2 gigahertz processor. It could be i3, i5, whatever it is, AMD or whatever it is. 2 gigahertz processor in order to work with your AnyPoint Studio. These are the minimum requirements to have on your machine. Any other questions? Any other questions to take a decision to join this program or not? I got 2 confirmations from Dixon and Abhilash. What about others? Are you going to continue or not? Any information as of now?
This is Raj Kiran. I am continuing. Thank you so much. I'll enroll today.
Thank you so much, Raj Kiran, right? 1 second, let me update in my Excel sheet in the database so that I can coordinate with the coordinators. That is the only reason.
So when is the first class going to start? Monday, is it?
Yes, your coordinator will inform you shortly.
Okay.
I think Dixon and Raj Kiran, right? As of now, confirmed. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry,
this is Sai.
Abhilash.
Hello, this is
Yes,
Sai.
yes, please.
I will continue.
But I don't know who is your coordinator. I will call you after this session.
Yeah, okay.
Abhilash. What about others? Anyone interested to continue?
I will continue as well. This is Nidhi.
Nidhi, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Pramod. I need to check who is that person. I will check with that.
Okay.
Any other? Okay, no hurries. Please take a wise decision. And and crystal clearly I'm telling you guys, this documentation what I created you will not find in the market. And the interactive sessions mainly you will not get. Maybe they will keep on telling that. Every day you'll be having assignments. One more thing, every day you'll be having assignments. You need to clear that assignments at any cost, right? Okay. Anything else want to share or want to ask?
Any weekend batches?
Weekend batches, sorry. We will not have a people. Mainly the point is we don't have people for that.
So the list of adapters Mulesoft has, you gonna cover few of them or?
Only few, because around 300 plus modules are there. So I see, basically I'm trying to give a platform here. I'm not telling like I will be covering entire Mulesoft, which is impossible. I'm trying to give a platform to you to understand about the tool and how to use the connectors. Based on that knowledge, when the requirement comes, you can go to the documentation and it's a very crystal clearly designed. Documentation is also not my documentation, Mulesoft documentation. It's a parent documentation, documentation itself.
Sure.
Okay, any other questions? No? Rama, what about you?
Yeah, I'll discuss and I'll most probably I'll join. So I don't want to commit now. One thing I want to know. So I remember you were telling that you are going to help us or give a details that how to prepare for this certification also, right?
Certification, blindly ignore it. You will definitely clear the certification if you complete my assignments on daily basis. Certification wise, don't worry at all. Around 1,500 people, none of them failed. So you can take it as a grant. You are clearing the certification.
Okay.
You can understand my confidence levels.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not only
So
that, not only that, I will help in the certification fees also for my candidates by arranging some discounted vouchers if you don't have any. Yes, Shiva, you are asking something, Shiva?
yeah, what is the scope of Mulesoft? I mean, so what are the opportunities
See,
for an experienced guy or fresher?
See, the scope of that Mulesoft down the line, I can predict only for every tool. We can predict only for 2 to 3 years, right? After that, we don't know. Maybe it will be there. Maybe upgradations on this 5 version also may come. So we don't know as of now. But the next 2 to 3 years, it will be there. It will be top because of the Center for Enablement. A lot of properties we have in Mule, which is not there in other tools, and which is very convenient to use. Opportunities wise, as of now, it's in top. Of course, in November, December, and January, the market will be down. Don't compare this time with actual timelines. Okay. By January, by completion of this training program, you will be having a lot of opportunities. Now also, so till last 2 to 3 months before, everyone are taking Shiva background noise. Yeah. So till now, last 2 to 3 months before, till everyone taken a training, and now the recruitment starts. I'm talking about Indian market. In US market, always it will be high for Mulesoft. US, India, and Australia. These are the major markets for Mulesoft. Opportunities wise, no need to worry. Any other questions? Okay then. Thank you. I don't want to waste your more time. Thank you, guys. Hopefully, we will see in our sessions.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, please
Thank
enroll
you.
today itself
Thank you.
so that they will inform me. I will share the documents before the first session. Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you.